Okay, this is something new. I found an old friend. I'm starting a new series, sort of like life after sports. First of all, how are you doing, Ben? Go ahead and introduce yourself and explain what you're doing now and how we know each other.
Awesome. Thanks, Brian. Yeah, Ben Parker, went to De La Salle, graduated in 2020, played soccer and baseball there. I now currently work for the San Francisco Giants as an analyst in player development.
Yeah, that's the key. I mean, we can talk, the past is important, but it's more important what you're doing now. A lifetime of playing sports and tell people you work for the Giants. Tell people about this.
Yeah, so I work in player development. I work with our rookie ball players and then AAA, the Sacramento River Cats. I do a lot of stuff on the back end with analytics, and I cover anything from scouting reports to player dives to monitoring player trends. I help translate a lot of that information to coaches to then hopefully turn our players into future major leaguers.
Right. And then maybe your background. I mean, I remember this is a lifetime, not a lifetime ago, but 5, 6 years ago at De La Salle, I met you over there with Derek Brown on the soccer field. And then I go over to the baseball and you're there and you say, well, I'm everywhere. Maybe mention that. I mean, because you're doing computer work, scouting. Tell people I don't want you could play. I mean, I think you were like the captain of the soccer team. You caught like every Kyle Harrison pitch that he threw in high school. I mean, yeah, tell people about this. I mean, years ago at De La Salle, you could play.
Yeah, back when I could play. Yeah, started. I was a captain for varsity soccer team my junior and senior year, and then started catcher junior, and then what we got of our senior year before COVID hit. But yeah, played soccer and baseball during my whole time there. Caught a handful of Kyle Harrison games. Yeah, pretty busy during my time there.
What? I have proof of this. I mean, I might have to recycle a photo. Do you remember me being in the bullpen? It was a pretty good photo. Tell people about this.
Yeah, no, you got a pretty good one of us. I think you posted it when Kyle actually debuted, but no, there's a good one in the bullpen there. A little bit smaller then, but yeah, very good photo. I do remember that.
Right. You know something? I'm going to post it again. And this is the first time in the history that photo will be about you. Did you follow me on this? It's going to be, it'll be upcoming Zoom with Ben Parker. Everybody knows what Kyle Harrison's doing. Tune in for the important update on Ben Parker. I mean, because when this is the question, when did you know that you could still play like rec ball? I mean, if you got on an adult league team, you would dominate. I mean, you were a top-notch athlete. No, seriously, I want to put together a team of like De La Salle guys that are like in under 30. I don't know. I just put them all together. I mean, who could we get? We would have, we could
I think
be
it'd be pretty
anybody.
good.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. There'd have to be, we'd have to have like a form like a dummy company that everybody worked for. And I'm okay. But in any event, when did you realize that you could take your knowledge of playing that you learned as a youth at De La Salle and like maybe that was the key at Washington because that was big time. I looked at look at Ben Parker's resume on LinkedIn. I'm exhausted reading about it. It's a good thing. I mean, tell everything. I think that was a key for you, what you did at Washington. That kind of puts you in this direction.
No, yeah, totally. Yeah, went to the University of Washington, spent my 4 years there, just graduated last June. It was honestly probably my mom. I mean, she kind of pushed me to go apply for the student manager role up there. I obviously always had a soft spot in my heart for baseball. Played soccer and baseball, but baseball always had a soft spot. And being a catcher, just the way I thought and kind of worked around the game, I really wanted to stick around it. And so I reached out, applied for that student manager role, and ended up working with them the rest of my time there at school. I kept catching for them. I caught bullpens. I did scouting for them. I did a whole bunch of work. That was probably one of the best experiences I had during my time up there.
No, I think you're involved in the travel. I mean, the team people no clue. They just get on a bus. I mean, you got to make sure there's a bus there, that there's enough hotel rooms, that people have food to eat. I mean, all these people. I mean, seriously. I mean, you probably even De La Salle. You go on the trips. You just took it for granted. I mean, there's a lot of work going. Tell people that behind the scenes that makes
No,
them
yeah,
really.
there's a lot behind the scenes. Yeah, there's a whole director of baseball operations who helps plan all of that. Us student managers are helping him in that, and the coordination, and the flights, and a lot of the hotel and equipment, the field setup, a whole endless list of things. It's yeah, it was a great experience.
Right, and that's that. Was there always food, or did somebody screw up once? I'm joking, but I
No,
mean,
there was always food.
there's always food. Okay, that's good, and you can put that in your resume. Ben Parker, there was always food. But no, but now what you're doing, I mean, tell people it's constant. We have you could fit me in. People, I'll post this somewhere. It's morning on a Tuesday. This is like when you could fit me in because you're working all the time. Tell people about the rookies in Arizona, and then up here in Sacramento, you're watching everything. Like tell people today, you're telling me you're going to have to watch the River Cats play the Albuquerque Isotopes.
Yep. They start their 6 game series against them tonight. Yeah, it's definitely not your typical schedule. It's not your 9 to 5, but I love it that way. I was there late last night watching our rookie ball guys. They were in a championship game. Fortunately, they lost, but there's some late nights for them. I'm always keeping up with AAA guys. We had a pitcher, one of our top prospects, Carson Wisenhunk, get called up to the Giants last night, so I was watching him with some of the team, and yeah, it's kind of it's nonstop during the day, and you don't really get a break. But I mean, you're watching baseball all day, so you can't complain.
You're getting paid to watch baseball. I mean, how great is that? And then let people know. I mean, you got this. We had like in the jungle there. You got this white and this green background. You're in Scottsdale, so I mean,
Yep.
so like it sounded like last night. Did you go and watch the Arizona team in person, or did you watch that on the computer? How does that work?
No, in person. We
Yeah,
it was at home here in Scottsdale, at our place.
right. And then maybe that's how valuable because you can see like computer data, you can see stuff on the computer, you can watch clips. I mean, it's so easy. In person, is that still very important?
Oh, definitely. I think so. And I think that's kind of always been my mentality when in high school and then working at Washington and even now is that there's got to be a combination of the two, an appreciation for both. And I think the best teams and the best decision makers are ones that can kind of utilize both and take what they see and use those around them to make the best decisions.
Right. And then you are the ultimate hybrid where you are I joke there's people called like pencil neck geeks. You could walk into an office. Okay. So yeah, you understand what
I
that
definitely
is.
got some of that in me.
Yes, well, no, that's it. See, you're the hybrid though. You're a pencil neck geek that no one could say that to your face because I mean you no, because you could play. And I mean you were in the bullpen last year. I mean, in a pinch, I mean, you could be in the bullpen tonight or tomorrow. I mean, you know how to put on the equipment.
I still probably could.
No, I know you could. So that's the thing, and I don't know what the point of this is that you can do both. See, that's the thing. There are people that can like analyze stuff that people because that's the thing. I looked. There's hundreds of people working for the Giants. Explain this to people. I mean, years ago there used to be like this guy Murph that ran the clubhouse, and then there'd be like the manager, and then there wasn't even like a bench coach. There was just yeah, okay, and now. Well, now the Giants have like 3 world championships. Baseball has grown. Explain to this. I mean, I don't know what the question is. Lots of my point being, it's lots of people work for the Giants.
Yeah, no, the game's definitely changed over the years, especially on the analytics side. I mean, there's so much information available to us now on the ball tracking side, and just there's endless amounts of ways to keep up to date on how players are doing. There's really, I mean, that's something we tell our players that there's kind of there's no question that we shouldn't be able to answer for you. But no, the staffs are pretty big. On the analytics side, it's big. The coaching staffs have gotten even bigger. Strength and conditioning, nutrition. I mean, there's somebody here for about anything. Players have it pretty easy. I wish I had that back in high school or something.
Right. I think I'm old. I remember in the '70s in the major leagues, there was no nutrition. There was guys were smoking in the dugout. I mean,
Yeah.
look up a guy named Greg Luzinski. I don't know. He could hit. I don't know. I mean, it's crazy where baseball has gone. Even like a guy that just got in the Hall of Fame. He passed away. Dave Parker. Just put in Dave Parker smoking cigarettes, and there's a photo wearing this beautiful Pittsburgh Pirates 1979 We Are Family championship,
Yep.
smoking cigarettes in the dugout. But anyway, I mean that's yeah. There, there was no nutrition. Now there's
No.
probably a staff of 20 nutritionists, and then no. But it's just what about this? Yeah, I mean you can work for any team. You grew up here in the Bay. How great is it to work for the Giants?
It's awesome. I mean, like obviously I'd support whatever team I worked for. It's definitely special working for a team you grew up loving. My mom grew up down the road from Candlestick and grew up going to games, and that's just the way I was raised. Was around the Giants. I've got a photo of me with like a Barry Bonds bat at back when it was Pac Bell Park. But no, it's awesome to be working for a team that I love.
Right. It's come full circle. And like I'm old. You remember three world championships, whatever,
Oh yeah.
2010, 2012, 2014. They hadn't won since like 1954, Polo Grounds, New York City, Willie
Yep.
Mays, Vic Wirtz. Do you know this, that catch? You know what I'm talking? Tell people about
Yep.
this. I mean, you can Google this. I think it is because it does. It was very few games were televised. That was the World Series. Well, how far? Tell people how deep the polo grounds were. I mean,
Oh geez, I don't know how deep it is exactly, but we've got a few a few templates of it up in the video room where I work. But
yeah.
yeah, no, the organization's come a long way, and it's weird saying that we haven't won since 14. I mean, I know that was a dynasty, but that's definitely something we're working towards every day, and hopefully are getting closer this year.
Well, that's the key. I mean, yeah, I think the polo grounds at least was over 400 feet there, if not longer.
It was pretty far.
It was. But the point being, that's the key. It's present. 2000. See, it's 2014. The Giants haven't won in 11 years. I have a nephew that's 9 years old. He's never lived to see and you're working on that. And then here's another thing: these young guys, these pitchers and players that. Did they have any idea how much you're helping them? Because they're out there just playing, and then you're seeing stuff that the managers and other people can't see. Is that a question? You understand? Explain this, how
Yeah,
you're
no,
helping
yeah,
people.
totally.
Yeah, go ahead.
I think, and this kind of goes back to your point about me being able to kind of, provide a player aspect and an analytics aspect. There's players that don't want to look at anything that the numbers tell them, and there's some players that literally want to be, feet first into the numbers. So it's definitely a tailored experience, and you have to be aware of that when you're working with the guys and you're working with coaches. There's definitely a lot of players that have no idea who I am, and then there's some that I've had the honor of interacting with, and they appreciate what I do and really want to know what I'm doing and are pretty receptive to feedback. But it's definitely on a player by player basis. I mean, we try to make our development process with them as tailored to their strengths and weaknesses as we can. And if one player wants to really dive into the numbers, because that's what's going to help them, all you. And then there's some players that don't want that as much, and that's what gives them the fuel they need each day, then we can go that way too.
I didn't even think about that. I thought you were giving all the data to the managers. You go directly to the players. And let me
definitely go to the coaches first.
Coaches first. Okay.
Yeah,
but sure. Then if a player is receptive, that's the point. Yeah. I'll just do a commercial for Ben Parker here. If you're a player in this Arizona rookie league, or you're down the street from me up there in Sacramento, and Ben Parker gives you some data, you best use it. I mean, it would behoove you to listen to Ben Parker if you want to play. What do they call it? Is it Pac Bell? What's it called now? The Giants.
It's Oracle now. Oh, it's not even AT&T. It's Oracle.
Excuse me. I'm an old man. If you want to play at Oracle Park in the big leagues, you're good. You best listen to whatever Ben Parker presents to you. Maybe give us a success story. Who's one guy that you worked with that has advanced?
Well, I get a lot more hands-on work with some of the rookie ball guys down here.
Right.
A lot of them we were talking about this. It's weird. They're younger than me, and I have to kind of remind myself of that sometimes. There's guys that are 18 and there's some that are 21. But we get a lot of hands-on work with them down here. I spent a lot of time in the bullpen just being a catcher, and that's kind of where some of my specialty was. But with some of the technology now, we can really work with pitchers and their pitch grips. And so there's one player down here that we were working with, and his game really took off when we caught him one day. He kind of switched up his slider grip for some reason, and we really liked the way it performed. And that's something that's now taken off for him. And he's really taken, great strides this year. He might even get out of rookie ball now and be off to low A, hopefully here in the coming weeks. So someone that's very early in their career, but things like that where we can pick up on things that really work well for them and help them stick and help them learn why they're good are always fun little stories.
Well, and that's the thing. We don't need to know who it is, but that player was very lucky. He doesn't realize that might be the day that changed his professional career, where he was Seriously, I mean, it gave him a new direction. And again, I knew it. You were in the bullpen.
Usually.
Yes, exactly. And that's the thing. And then I'm trying to think of just a fun thing. Yeah, I'll find that photo of you and Kyle. Do you also remember? I think it was before COVID because there was in 20 you guys played like 2 games, so it would have been DVC, whatever your junior year. Do you remember? I think I got a photo of you there. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I think you got one of us if it was at DVC, that would have been the NCS championship against Heritage, which we ended up
Yes,
winning.
that was the game.
But yeah, I think there's a good one of us in the dugout together.
Right, exactly. I was just standing there, and here's Ben Parker, and see that, and that's why. And also, people need to know when you do the Zoom. Sometimes some of my guests are a little late. I got here this morning. You were here before me. I mean, so that's what you need to know. That's what you need to know about Ben Parker. And so, no, I just knew. I'm trying. Anything else? Well, how about this? Soccer. I think you were part of this. Do you remember? I think it might have been the semifinals. Pittsburgh. And there was like, okay, and I got a great video. I think you guys were down by like a goal, and they were. It might have been even that bonus time where the ref is keeping track on his watch there, and there's only like one throw in left, and Derek Brown, he's like you. He's like analytics. He knows there's like one guy in the team that could throw the ball the best. And so he puts him in and he throws it over his head and it gets near the goal. And then he explains somebody kicked it in. But the best part I got of this, I'll post this video maybe about 10 seconds after it happens, a couple Pittsburgh fans walk by me and says, how does that even happen? So to explain, you remember? Is this all true? Or am I making stuff up?
No, it's true. That was my sophomore year. I was starting as a sophomore on varsity, and that was I believe it was semifinals or maybe it was the
semifinals. Yeah.
Against Pittsburgh, and we were down a goal heading into the end of regulation, and we scored one there off of a crazy throw-in, all the way into the box. It dribbles around, bounces in, and then we ended up doing another last-minute one in extra time as well to then advance us. That was a crazy year. We ended up winning NCS that year as well.
Yeah, no, but that's the key. I mean, that throw-in, you have to tie the game, but the story is no good unless you win the game in overtime. And
exactly.
So. No, do you remember who threw that in, or I had to talk to Derek Brown? I mean, it was.
I believe it was Alex Peters.
Okay, that sounds about right. And see, that's the analytics. Brown looked up and down his bench, and he knew that Alex Peters.
Oh yeah.
Okay, no, so no, I don't know. So that's a memory from soccer. How about this? Something lessons that you learned at De La Salle that you are now still using today.
Oh boy, a lot, many. I think one part that I love about what I'm doing now in player development is just the ability to help others. I think that's kind of the sole purpose of working in player development and getting these kids to the major leagues is that you want to better them and do anything you can to help them and improve their game. I was a player once, and I really appreciate all the coaches, whether it was Derek Brown on the soccer side or Coach Jeans on the baseball side, out of Tossie with catching. I'm really thankful for a lot of people that helped me, and it's kind of passing that along. I think a lot of you talk about me being on time. That's something that I got from De La Salle, was just always being on time and doing the little things right. You're not always going to be perfect at whatever you do, but if you can do the little things right and help others around you, that definitely goes a long way.
Well, that's all valuable. That's it. You could be perfectly on time. Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's easy. I have very little talent. That's my thing. Be on time. You're already ahead when you're on time. I'm trying to think of anything else we I mean, this has gone fantastically. How about this? You keep in touch. You're a young guy or whatever, your early 20s. If I was going to do another one of these, do you know of somebody else that's doing something interesting? Fellow De La Salle young guy.
Oh, off the top, we got a lot of guys. I mean, we have a handful of guys that are still playing baseball. A handful that are in the minor league system of various teams right now. We've had some good people come out of the time there.
Right. No, I'm talking about everyone knows. Like, yeah. Did you play with McAdoo?
I did play with McAdoo.
Yeah. No, McAdoo's somewhere like Manchester, New Hampshire or something. No, I was talking.
He's in New Hampshire with the Blue Jays right now.
Exactly. So yeah, no, I'm keeping tabs on him. No, those are the guys who are easy to find. I'm talking about guys like you who are Pass playing. Do you have anybody else? If I was going to do another one of these series, can you think of? You don't have to tell me today, but somebody that you would recommend. You follow me? Think about that.
Yeah,
You don't.
I could definitely think about that. I think I might have a few names for you.
See, that's it. See, that's it. It's analytics. We don't have to do it right now. See, we can we can exchange information later. Okay, so this is very good. I'm trying. I think we just wrap up. Is there anything that I've forgotten to ask or that you would like to add?
I'm trying to think. We covered a lot of it.
Yeah.
That was awesome. That was a lot more than I expected, and I really appreciate that.
Wow. So that's it. See, I don't quite have all the analytics, but I was prepared. As I said, I had to be.
I
When
was
I
not.
saw,
That was all on the fly. So
oh, very good. No, but you've been preparing your whole life. I read your resume, so I knew what question to ask. So no, this is good. I'll just thank you. Hang on for a moment afterwards, and I'll talk to you just briefly. But this could not have gone any better.
no, I agree. I really appreciate it, Brian.
Okay, very cool. Hold on a second.